All right, so we're looking at grade 5 math, and this is Bridges Unit 1, and we're doing volume and multiplication. So let's have a look. The first one is about a box of ping pong balls. And the first question is asking how many are going to fit inside here total. So I'm looking for the dimensions of this box, and that means the length, the width, and the height. So a quick look gave me those dimensions. It's 12 by 9 by 5. So I need to multiply those together. And you can probably do this mentally if you do it in the right order. Personally, I would do that first, and I can multiply that in my head then to get the answer of how many ping pong balls. Now this next one is interesting. It's saying next, how much cardboard does it take to make this box? So you have to imagine that the entire box now, what is on the outside, and then we're looking for area, but also the area of all 6 sides, which is called surface area. So the front is going to be here, and also the back would be the same, and then we're looking at the top, and the bottom would be the same, and then the 2 sides, the right and the left sides, are going to be the same. So for the front and back, I have 5 times 12, and I need to double that. And then the right and left side, I've got 9 times 5, and I'm going to double that. And then finally, the top and bottom, I have 12 times 9, and I'm going to double that. And that's going to give me the total amount of cardboard we need to make that box. Okay, moving on now. We're going to look at number 2, which is about how many boxes of ping pong balls do we need to buy. So to solve this, I'm going to make a ratio table. And one box, it says, has 16 balls in it. And I need to get to 320 balls. So how many boxes do I need? Now with this ratio table, I don't need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can skip my way up there. So for example, if I went to 10 boxes, how many would I have? I'd have 160 ping pong balls. And then from there, it's a pretty easy step to figure out how many boxes you're going to need. And that's your final answer. And make sure you answer it with a sentence and some units. And then if one box costs $8, what you'll do here is take this number, whatever you find, however many boxes it is, and you multiply it times 8. So however many boxes you found, and it's not just 8, it's $8. So your final answer will be in dollars. And let's look at the next page now. So on to the next page here. So now we have a box that has 48 balls in each layer. So if it had 5 layers, how many would it hold? And essentially it's asking what is 48 times 5. Again, let me use this ratio table to get this more easily. So the easiest way to get 5 is actually to do 10 first. So what's 10 times 48? It's 480. And then to do 5, what is half of 480? Then you've got your answer. What's half of 48? That will help you get what is half of 480. And then for 15, you can simply add those two numbers together. What's times 10 plus times 5? Or if you have another way of doing it, you're just looking at 48 times 15. But I would use what you did before. Now this next part, rather than like multiplying all of these out, try to figure out what they're doing here. What method are they trying to use to solve these? So for example, for both A and B, it looks like he's trying to do partial products. And did he do it correctly here? I think there might be a little bit of a mistake there. He got everything right except that. So figure that out. The second one, again, this is what he's trying to do. If you look at it, or she is trying to do. So does this match? Did he do it correctly, or did she do it correctly? And then down here, what do you think this method is? 99, they're doing 100 minus 1. That is called compensation. So did they do it correctly, true or false? And over here, what are they doing? I think you can see they're doing doubling and halving. So did they do it correctly or not? And then finally, number 5, we have an expression for these. And looks like there's the same methods that we're looking at. So for this A, to find 79 times 24, I multiply 80 times 24 and take off one group of 24. What are they doing? That is compensation for part B, I double 13 and halve 12, so they are doing doubling and halving. So how would we write an expression for those? And an expression looks very similar to an equation, but there's no equal sign. So it's just this part of it, and you don't show the equal sign. So I'm going to write it like this, and multiply 80 times 24 would go in this. Then it says take off. What does that mean? What operation would be take off or take away? And then one group of 24 is what I would put here. For this one, I'm going to use the same format. So again, it says first I double 13, so that would go in the first one. And then I have 12, so there'll be 12. And how do you have something? 12 divided by something. And then multiply, which goes in the middle. And the challenge here, this is a bit of a challenge, but you can start here. 1,200 divided by 12 is what they're thinking about first. So I put that in the parentheses. And then they say one fewer. So if you had one fewer, what would you do? Plus, minus, times, divided by one fewer. And the number is going to be 1, so what would you do? And that's the expression for the challenge. Okay, I think that's good. This was your Bridges Unit 1, Module 3 review, and thank you for watching.